Right, you're on.
Hi there, my name is Ron Nalipinski. I am fairly new to the Holiday City South. I'm in my second year, moved here just before the pandemic, or about a half a year before that. And I have come over to New Jersey from Minnesota. As you've seen from my write-up, if you read that, I spent most of my life in Minnesota and moved out to New Jersey for my spouse's family because I've lost my parents and had a job that allowed me to work from home. So we decided to sell our home in Minnesota, move out here. I live in the same community as my mother-in-law, and I'm excited to be part of the community. While I was in Minnesota, I was on 3 different associations. All 3 association boards were really well managed. We actually had a managing company. I think that was required in Minnesota, but we still all acted on the board as the board members, such as this one. And one of my key takeaways is working off the experience I've had from working at companies like Thomson Reuters, Wells Fargo, Best Buy Corporation, where I take responsibility in working with the vendors and understanding what our business needs were. So I'm really excited to take an opportunity like this to ask for your vote, to participate on this particular board, to help make transparent processes, to help work with the vendors and ensure that we're spending money wisely. After all, it's our money and we want to make sure that we're not throwing it out the window. And working with just a bevy of different people that are on the board and within our community. So I ask for your vote. I'm looking forward to doing as much volunteering as I can, as I've done in my past. On the previous boards, I was a vice president, I was a president, and then I was a member at large on the 3 different boards. So with that experience, I've taken on many different responsibilities, different projects along the way. In my personal life, I'm still working. Like I think you'll see as we start moving in to this community, we're seeing people get younger and younger. We're seeing a lot of I'm the end of the baby boomers, for example. So I think we're going to see another surge of homes flipping and people getting younger and working further into their careers, further into their lives. So because of that, I think my situation's not very uncommon. I work from home, I'm a project manager. I work for large companies and help them get through different projects, such as the projects that I worked on as an association board member. Back in Minnesota, when I was on the last board, I took on the responsibility of a project that the association decided that it would be good for all the homes to have gutters, for example. It's a different kind of neighborhood than ours was. It was all townhomes, but we all needed gutters, and I worked out a good quote with a reputable provider after getting quotes from multiple parties. And then I sorted out some options. I broke out a spreadsheet and told the board, here's what we've got, some options. We could try and pay for it all, which would cost us this much. We could pay for half and then have the homeowners pay for the other half, or we could have the homeowners pay for the whole amount. And as things were voted on, we ended up going with the middle option where the board paid for half of the cost and then the homeowners were responsible for a certain linear charge per linear foot, and it was a very fair breakdown, and everyone was really ecstatic that we were able to get the gutters. That way everyone got them, and in the long run that saved us money on concrete repair, for example, because when the ice melted and broke down onto the concrete broke away, eventually wore down, and then had to be replaced. So there's a lot more maintenance involved in not having gutters in a place like Minnesota, for example. So not getting too much in the weeds, I just wanted you to get an understanding of who I am, where I come from, what I'm thinking. I'm very interested in getting more involved with the association and help to make good decisions, help spend our money wisely, be very transparent, help put processes in place, and get us back to the pool, get us back to the tennis courts, get us back to being the community we want. Another thing before I leave is I put together every year back home a company picnic. It was not company, a neighborhood picnic. So I would work together with volunteers and we would bring all of the grills together and we would just have games brought in and side dishes brought in, and that was a really good way of meeting your neighbors. Some opted not to, that's fine. The ones that wanted to socialize and meet others, we did that kind of thing. I think in our community here with the clubhouse and with the pool, there's a lot of opportunities for getting together, and once we're past this pandemic and lockdown, I think we'll start seeing a lot of activity pick up. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your vote if you so choose to vote for me, and I appreciate your thoughts.